everybody. It's the Neon Angels here at 2023 RockNPod at the Nashville Fairgrounds, Nashville, Tennessee. We're here with Leilani Kilgore.
Yay!
Badass female guitar player and singer. She's been burning it up. And so I got some cheat sheets here. Musician, songwriter, hellion.
Yep.
That's taken directly from your website.
From my website.
You want to expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, some people go like musician, like, you know, like guitar player, singer, songwriter. I'm like, no, I got so many problems for too many people. It can't be that simple. There needs to be like a bit of warning here, you know, so people know what they're getting themselves into. I'm loud and I break things, so
I've seen you live, and I can agree with that.
Oh, I can't wait to see you live now.
I haven't seen the Beat Creeps yet.
That
really applies for Hellion.
Okay.
Absolutely
Yeah,
does.
for the Beat
I beat a
Creeps.
man with a baseball bat. It's my
Oh,
favorite.
I love the Google Slugger, hopefully.
Exactly right. Custom.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've opened up for Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Such an honor. Such an honor.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
2 years in a row now. I've played with him on and off as a guest, which is, again, an incredibly fortunate thing that I've gotten to do. For the past 2 years, we've done opening slots for him up in Chicago. And, I mean, even at 87, he is one of the last of, like, a legendary generation. His family's still there running sound. Yeah, they're great people. And
Yeah.
Amazing.
and so, you know, getting to see an 87-year-old man get up there and still one of the best
Killing
showmen
it.
I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
I mean, he
100%.
just, even if you see him enough to say his jokes beat for beat, it doesn't matter. He's one of the best frontmen of all time, so it's really an honor to get to do that.
Wow, I'm amazed.
Well, what did you take away from him, like meeting him, playing with him? Like, what would you say?
Something that is so unique to Buddy Guy is he can get on stage and he can walk up there and he'll stop and he'll look out at the crowd and he'll smile, and you know he's just thinking to himself, I'm Buddy Guy and you're not. And no matter what happens the next hour and a half, you never will be.
You're paying to see him.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah.
So his confidence and his charisma, and he is very, very open to how grateful he is.
Wow.
I think that those are all very important things to make sure that you keep in check. Yeah.
Humility after everything he's done.
Yep, exactly.
He's very blessed.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Yeah. And to still be able to do it,
I know.
like at that age and like hang.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing the Ryman tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just,
That's
he's great.
crazy. He's on tour right now.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about how you came to be a lead guitar player and do what you do.
Apparently, ever since I was a child who understood the entertainment industry, I was drawn to a career that meant being the center of attention. As an only child, that's probably where that stemmed from. And my parents love music. They're not musicians, but they love music. They especially love rock and roll, and they love blues. So I grew up listening to Hendrix and B.B. King and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and my dad would be like, you're going to sit down and you're going to listen to this CD. And I was like,
Thank you, God.
It's ridiculous. I don't understand any of the noises I'm hearing. And eventually, it started to click, like classic rock radio on the way to school, in like, you know, 5th grade. And then like Tom Waits on the way to my swim meets. And so I just got like exposed to all this really cool shit. And eventually I was like, no, this is how I want to learn how to do this. Like I want to learn how to do, like play like that, you know, like that's really cool. So that's what started it, just being raised in a household, thankfully, that really appreciated music.
With the classics.
Yeah,
And
my dad was supportive. You know, he bought me my first guitar.
I'm curious, do your parents still support your career now?
Absolutely.
That is amazing.
I'm really lucky.
Yeah.
I'm adopted, and
it's
both
lucky.
Both my parents, my biological and my adopted parents, are both like they come to my shows. And
Really?
That is so. You are so blessed.
I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And everybody gets along. Everybody
gets along.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is so important. I know
you
so
don't
many
hear
people
that very often.
I know so many people that don't, you know, my dad is not a part of my life, but, you know, my mom, my birth mom is incredible, and my sisters and my extended family on her side, and so I'm really fortunate because not everybody gets a situation like that. In fact, most people probably don't. So, so that's
So I'm curious, what brought you to Nashville?
I came here when I was in high school, actually. I was doing college auditions, and Belmont was one of my audition sites.
Oh, sweet.
And I'd never been in a city where you can walk down a street and just hear music, like, on every side.
Yeah.
We went to B.B. King's Club, and, like, just seeing musicians just who were so skilled and seeing how respected that was in this city. You know, I think I bought a guitar at Carter's, you know, like it was just like, I was so sad to leave, like 2 days, my mom and I were on the plane crying. So we were like, this We've never been in a city like this.
Wow.
So after 2 years of college in Boston, I was like, I need to drop out and just go back to Nashville. And I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
And you did.
And I did.
Good for you. I love a girl who will take charge and do what she wants to do.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
In this industry, you
Yeah,
have to.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, been
How
there,
old
done
were
that.
you when that happened?
It was 2017, so I was 20. I was almost 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you had already been playing like guitar and
Yeah, I started playing professionally when I was in
songs?
high school.
Okay.
You know, I was part of a classic rock cover band way back when, and I was a jazz band and things like that. So I'd been playing for ages, but you know, I wanted to start actually doing it for real, really start building a career. So.
And making your own project, right?
Which really didn't start till like 2020 when
Yeah.
everything shut down.
Same.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where I was like, I've been avoiding this because I've not had a great gig that had a steady paycheck, but you know, I'm just playing a role.
I feel like you're just speaking my life. Like literally, I was this exact
It was
same.
just this moment of like, I was like, this needs to happen now, or it's just not going to happen. And I started doing, like during the pandemic, I would go down to Mississippi because it was still open. And every weekend I'd drive 8 hours to go play gigs, but it was 4-hour cover gigs. And eventually I was like, people started asking for one of the few original songs I had out, and I was like, God, I really love playing my own stuff. That's, you know, you just have much more like a connection to what you're doing.
there's places that care about original music.
Yes.
You have to ask. So obviously, women don't get the breaks that men do. How do you feel about that? What kind of obstacles have you faced and had to overcome being a woman?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that I run into frequently is getting on stage with a male guitarist who I don't know or he doesn't know me. And immediately it's this, well, I'm just going to play her off the stage. And I hate that. Because I think that there should be equal opportunity. And that's when like my aggressive side kicks in. And I'm like, okay, well, I know that I know what I can do. And so I'm going to do the best that I can to make sure that you understand there needs to be equal respect here. I do think, and I hope, because I really am an optimistic person, I do hope that if you're good enough to deserve a job, you should get that job. You should get that respect.
100%.
You should get that gig. But there is a lot of judgment that's passed, and I think that sometimes people don't always feel like, well, they should just, you know, well, because you're a girl and you play guitar, oh, well, then, you know, you get a free pass, or I've had some men express resent towards me. Because they're like, oh, well, you know, you're a girl and you're hot, and, you know, you're attractive, so you're doing very well. And
Well, guess what? You're blessed. You're blessed.
I'm lucky, but I also work really, really hard.
Exactly.
I mean, I spend 21 to 22 hours on stage every week to make sure that I'm paying my bills and putting on the best show I can, and putting in my 1,000 or 10,000 hours. It's not easy. And you know, if anybody is at a point where they're getting more attention than they should because of their looks, that's really unfortunate for them because they're not being encouraged to do the work that they should be doing. No, there is something, but I also don't hold it against the male community because I've met some, I mean, a lot of my best friends are guys, and they're very encouraging and very supportive.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think it's a guy or girl thing. It's just an individual thing.
Exactly. It's just a case-by-case thing.
Yeah.
What's going on coming up for you? You've got a new single out?
I've got a new single out. We've got 2 more we're still releasing that are finished and mastered. They're important to me because the bass player who's done all the tracks I've recorded here in Nashville, he just passed away. And so these are the last 2 songs I have with him.
Oh, man.
So it's kind of a big thing for me because I really want to make sure that I do everything that I can to honor him and really make sure that, you know, that he gets the attention he deserves. But after that, we're going to go back in the studio, and we've got a bunch of road dates that we're currently working on booking out, and we're getting a van. That's where we're going for it.
Yeah,
So,
getting you ready to do your thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Live the rock and roll dream, baby.
Exactly. Stuff that's coming up next. Just going to keep releasing music, and you know, currently working on the writing, which I think is the hardest part. Just making sure that you're writing things that are worth spending the time and making people listen to. So.
Do you collab?
Occasionally, but to be honest with you, like I like writing by myself, just because I sometimes I find myself being a people pleaser, and I find myself sometimes agreeing to things in my songs with co-writes that I don't necessarily want.
Enjoy.
About how I myself and how I'm writing it. So I'm just once I'm a little more comfortable with what I have to offer as a songwriter, I think I would get into collaborations. But I'm still kind of settling into my own thing.
Yeah.
Do you get to work in any of your stuff downtown?
Occasionally, but I have people that will pay to hear original songs, which is amazing.
Oh,
Amazing. That's badass.
So good.
Yeah, me too.
It doesn't happen all the time, but every once in a while someone will be like, you know, or I've had people that are actually fans that will come in to hear me because, you know, if I don't have a show and I'm like, well, I'm here on Broadway. And that's, that's huge to me. I mean,
I want to do that now.
Yeah,
When
it's
I
great.
come see you and request one of your songs.
Oh, I totally will. Remind me.
Yes.
I'm coming to see you for
Absolutely.
sure.
Where are
Yeah.
you playing?
What have I got next? I've got Thursday, I think at Whiskey River with Holy Lightning. Before I head on the road for the weekend. So I think that's. And then I've got 2 other gigs I'm filling in for with a friend, which is not my band. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there's going to be amazing music coming out
Yeah.
in COVID.
100%.
Because there was,
Right.
we were forced to kind of like, spend time with ourselves. And
I had to
spend
get
time with
creative.
things
You
that we
know,
haven't
all
spent
I
time
could
with
do is
in a long
be
time.
creative.
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
was like, let's get creative. There's nothing else to do.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, just thank you so much for having me on, and I'm
Yeah.
thrilled to see the Neon Angels and what y'all are doing. I think
Thank
it's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I look forward to catching y'all soon, and just thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Maybe we could jump on a bill together.
Oh my God, that would be a blast.
Would love to.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Let's do it.
Stellar.
Woohoo! All right. Thanks, Leilani.